And a very pleasant good evening and welcome to the 54th Missouri State Boys High School Soccer Championships. And we get set for one final semifinal here on Semifinal Friday. All games have been contested. 2 semifinal matches in Class 1, 2 semifinal matches in Class 2, 2 semifinal matches in Class 3, and 1 so far in Class 4. This is the final semifinal of the day, and it pits one of the storied programs in Missouri State high school soccer history, the Rockhurst Hawklets. They come into this contest 22-2 on the season. They are looking for their 8th state title. This is their 26th time in the Final Four, folks. 26. And they are now coached by Matt Darby. He comes back to his alma mater and takes over after a stint at Notre Dame de Sion, and looking to lead to the Hawklets to the first state title under him. Chris Lawson was the longtime coach. He stepped away a couple of years ago. But this is the first time Rockhurst is back in the Final Four since 2018 when they finished third. That was a run of 7 straight Final Fours where they had 2 championships, a second place, 2 third places, and 2 fourth places. On the other side, another storied program, but you might have to look further down the list because typically they were playing in the smaller schools. That is the John Burroughs Bombers. And the Bombers come into this one with their longtime head coach, Alan Tretzky. He led them to the state title back in 16 and 18. They were third in 19, and now they've moved from Class 2 all the way up to Class 4. They are looking for their 5th state title, and they come into now what is their 9th Final Four appearance. They have 2 second places to go with those 4 titles and 2 third places. It's all set up as Tretzky brings his team in here 17-6-1, and they had to run a true gauntlet to get here. It was no picnic either for the Rockhurst Hawklets. Rockhurst first. They had to go through Raytown 8-0, then Ray-Peck 3-0. A very good Lee Summit West team. They beat 3-1, and then Park Hill, their longtime rival, 1-0. On the other side, Pattonville 3-0 for John Burroughs. That open district play. Then they had to play the Red Devils of Chaminade 1-0, their longtime rival. Then St. Louis U High 1-0. They were the top-rated team in the state, and they knocked them off. The St. Louis U High only had 1 loss coming into that match. They were also ranked nationally. And then in the state quarterfinal, they beat Liberty 2-0 on an incredible performance from their goalkeeper, Tucker Deloge. We are going to watch the 2 teams enter the pitch here now. The referees are walking out there as well. And as we do, we're going to take a quick break here in a moment. When we come back on the other side of that one, we'll turn it over to the PA announcer, Jimmy Powers, and he'll bring you all the players for this contest. We'll be back. You are watching Soccer on the Misha.TV network.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's participants. The Bombers of John Burroughs. They have with a record of 17-6-1. The Bombers are coached by Mr. Alan Tretzky, assisted by David Deloge, Matthew Ford, Nathan Fraley, Barry Gale, Pete McCown, and Michael Small. The reserve players for the Bombers are number 1, Hunter Holman, number 31, William Porta, number 2, Craig Urano, Number 4, George Levini. Number 5, Thomas Ureno. Number 8, John Daniel Cordia. Number 12, Lucas Andrews. Number 13, Paul Schuff. Number 14, Tyler Rush. Number 15, David Bernal. Number 16, Patrick Bloomquist. Number 20, Aman Fanga. Number 21, Clay Christensen. Number 22, Cooper Deloge. Number 23, Patrick Boudet. And number 29, Timothy Nash. The starters for John Burroughs are number 36, Tucker Deloge. Number 3, Lachlan Guthrie. Number 6, Akil Dickerson. Number 7, Connor Kaplan. Number 10, Peter Farley. Number 11, Julius Hollander Bodie. Number 18, Matthew Christensen. Number 19, Owen Sheehan. Number 25, Charles Martin. Number 28, Finley Desai. And number 30, Aiden Davis. The John Burroughs Bombers. And now for the Hawklets of Rockhurst. They come into tonight's game with a record of 22-2. The Hawklets are coached by Mr. Matt Darby. He's assisted by Dan Calderon, John Federer, Scott Huber, Matthew Martell, Jeremy McAduff, and Dan Shaver. The reserve players for the Hawklets are 00, Jackson Dixon. Number 7, Jacob Franklin. Number 12, Andrew Boson. Number 13, Robert Boersma. Number 16, Theodore Frank. Number 17, Brooks Barrett. Number 18, Ari Henderson. Number 20, Henry Mullen. Number 21, Levi McConnell. Number 22, Peter Stoltz. Number 23, Andrew Maldonado. Number 33, Luke Deacon. Number 34, Grant Anilak. Number 37, Connor Gardner. Number 39, Matthew Kochi. And number 51, Maxim Leiker. The starters for Rockhurst are number 0, Ryan Thompson. Number 2, Patrick Franke. Number 3, Joshua Poegi. Number 4, Ryder Barrett. Number 5, Noah Higby. Number 6, Jack Toodle. Number 9, Simon Gansler. Number 10, Luke Stevenson. Number 11, Luca Mikotra. Number 14, Bakery Kente. And number 15, Yuchan Corey. The Rockhurst Hawklets. Your officials for tonight's game are your referee, Tim Wagner, his assistants this evening, Brad Meister and George Major. Our fourth official tonight is Greg Snyder. These officials were selected to work this event due to their outstanding work and commitment during the season. Please join Mission in honoring these hard-working officials that have earned the right to work tonight's contest.
Well, we want to thank the venerable Jimmy Powers for bringing you all those exciting lineups and all the players and the officials in this one. Once again, it's Tim Wagner. He'll be in the middle of this officiating crew with Brad Meister and George Major on the outside. Greg Schneider is the official on the sidelines and the fourth official. And we want to congratulate them for a great season that they've had. They are voted on by their peers to come here and take part in these Final Fours, and they have made it all the way to this semifinal here. So crowd's still kind of shuffling in. We've got a pretty decent crowd on hand tonight for a cool Friday night. John Burroughs, of course, they've got a student section on that far side. Well, that may be Rockhurst, not really sure, but nonetheless, there is a student section. It looks like blue and yellow over there, so we'll give it to John Burroughs. They've got a nice grandstand filled here as well, and it's all for the taking. Again, Alan Tretzky, he's had his entire career at John Burroughs. He's a graduate of McClure High School here in the St. Louis area, and he brings his team here once again looking for yet another state title. It'd be the 5th in the school's history. On the other side, Matt Darby, he comes over from Notre Dame to Scion. He's a graduate from Rockhurst High School, and of course he has been part of that long story tradition, was an assistant coach there also, taught at the school, and now he takes over for their longtime head coach, Chris Lawson, and this now in his 3rd campaign, and he is hoping to get that first state title under his belt for the Hawklets. Let's bring you that formation first for John Burroughs. They'll employ what's called a 1-4-2-3-1. Somewhat complex it may seem, but it all starts with their goalkeeper, Tucker Deloge. Deloge is the 6'2 junior. He is an extremely good one. 12 shutouts on the season, and he will be between the frame there. In the back line, the right back will be Lachlan Guthrie. The right back will be Guthrie. The left back will be Julius Hollander Bodie. In the middle, the right center defense will be Charles Martin, and Finley Desai will be the left central defender. Left midfielder, Aiden Davis. Right midfielder will be Matthew Christensen. The attacking midfielder will be Peter Farley, and the center midfielders, Connor Kaplan and Owen Sheehan. And then the forward, it'll be Akel Dickerson. So that's how they sort things out. For Rockhurst, their goalkeeper will be Ryan Thompson. Thompson is a senior, 6-foot goalkeeper, 9 shutouts on the season. Defensively, they'll go with Franke, Pelegi, Barrett, and Stevenson. It'll be Higby, Tootle, and Nicotra in the midfield, and then the forwards will be Yushan Koring and Gansner. Leading scorer for Rockhurst, a couple of players with 14 goals each. First one is Gansner, and then the second one is Coring. Coring is just a freshman at 5'9". He's an exciting one. Burroughs, top goal scorer on their end, also with 14 goals, is Matthew Christensen, and he will play kind of that right outside. So look for Christensen wearing the 18 shirt. Another exciting one for them with 12 goals is Dickerson, and Farley with 10. This one down the left side, they play the long ball, goes out of play. All the players hyped up for this one. 40 minutes on the clock. We are underway as that ball goes long, and it will result in the first goal kick here of this match. John Burroughs in the all blue strip, white numerals and trim, and a little yellow mixed in. Rockhurst, and they're in the traditional all white with that navy blue numeral and trim, and they are no strangers to these Final Fours. A number of the players were on that team when they were freshmen, finished 3rd in state. So they're back here for the first time, though, and since that 2018 campaign, played right here at the Worldwide Technology Soccer Park. Of course, all the action back here this year. Last year, due to COVID, moved over to Springfield, Missouri. Had a great day of championship action in Springfield, and back here, sometimes people just call this a little bit of home. This one into the middle, knocked out of there nicely by John Burroughs. And we'll see how both these teams want to play this one again. Burroughs can be a bit of a scrappy bunch. You look at that playoff run we talked about earlier, Pattonville, CBC, SLU, and Liberty out of Wentzville, and you might say, well, wait a minute. This team has traditionally been in Class 2, but they had to run the gauntlet through that postseason, and they were a 1-2-1 in their final 4 games, losing to both Chaminade and St. Dominic. They beat St. Mary's 2-0, and they tied Parkway Central. So that was their last 4 regular season games. They were not on a hot streak going to the playoffs. I don't think anybody expected this from John Burroughs, playing in that very tough district and having to move up in classification. But nonetheless, they are here. And, of course, Rockhurst, anytime it gets to postseason, a lot of people would say, well, that's the time for the Hawklets to shine, and that's exactly what they've done. So across the back now, here come the Hawklets. They're just going to build it up slowly. Rockhurst can be very, very patient. That's how they've played. They play that year in and year out, and then when they get the opportunity, they'll play a through ball direct or go up over the top. Not afraid to play any of those styles. Burrows on the attack now. They're going to go the other way. This is Farley. Out here to the near side to Davis. He's stripped of the ball. And yeah, both teams just trying to take their time, feel each other out. And again, Rockhurst, as they are year in and year out, very, very, very patient. Rockhurst almost playing two across the back, and then almost a 2-5-3. This one long ball here. It's going to go all the way to the goal box, drift right to the goalkeeper, Thompson. Rockhurst will build right through the middle now. This is Nakotra. Stripped off the ball. That's Sheehan getting his first touches of the match. Across the back. This is Desai. Knocked down in the center circle, and he might have got a little shaken up there. It looks like he might have got a boot on the inside of the leg. So good opportunity now for John Burrows. The keeper's going to come all the way forward to the center circle. This is interesting. Deloge again, player that likes to get involved in the action, goes 6'2". He lost this one towards the 6-yard spot right to his fellow keeper. Now he's going to quickly have to turn around and get back into the goal. Rockhurst can counterattack. There was a slight breeze most of the day played on this main field, moving from right to left on your computer screen. That's south to north. So it is at the backs right now of John Burrows. Rockhurst, there are a lot of movement. It's almost like a motion offense in basketball. They get players in a lot of different positions. They play their positions, but they can weave in and out. And their offense and their setup is designed to do that. You can see they work it here now, back to the middle. They play to the center circle. This is the number 5 shirt, Noah Higbee. He plays almost a defensive holding midfielder type position. Lofts this one long, flick to the side of the box. Opportunity now for the Hawklets into the box. A couple of players battle with each other. Now the referee's going to blow the whistle, and he's going to tell them it's coming out. So Rockhurst a little upset with that one, especially on the bench side. None of the players on the field really seem to be too bothered with it. And I think we're going to have to get a trainer maybe here for a moment. Referee's going to come down and check out the player from the Hawklets. I think he's going to be okay, but we'll see. He's going to be okay, so he's going to hobble back down to the opposite end of the field. I think that might have been Franke. It is. He's going to go back to his left back position. And Rockhurst, we'll probably call them more of a 4-4-2 or a 4-5-1. Again, those players move in and out of so many different positions. You'll see their 2 center backs remain largely in place and some of their center midfielders, but for the most part, all the other players, they can weave into other positions. Here's a long ball down the side. Speed of this game is, compared to the previous Class 4 matchup, a little bit more brisk. Part of that is predicated because Rockhurst pushes the envelope. They put the gas down and they keep on it, and that's what they're doing right now. They're going to play this one as a through ball up in the air. Quickly one back. This is Higbee. Good defense on that far side by Guthrie, playing the right back position. He distributes and wants it right back on the overlapping run. He'll come this way with it. Tries to get in the middle to Sheehan. He's their holding midfielder all the way back to the keeper, Deloge. Well, I didn't get a chance to see that match against Liberty last Saturday, but they said he was absolutely spectacular, and he was the catalyst for propelling him to this win. Sheehan will leave this one off to the side. Long ball up over the top, nobody there, although they got the speed of Davis. He'll let that one drift and go out of play. This one will go right back to the Hawklets. Talking to some of the coaches throughout the week, all of them very excited to be in this Final Four, but no two teams that are here this weekend have the pedigree of these two teams. And got a note from Coach Alan Tresky earlier today and talking about his team. He said they talk about perfect effort, stressing that is something they can control, their effort. So you want to be right on point, and you have to be that way in this Final Four, especially if you're going to face a team like Rockhurst and expect to advance. Far side now. Rockhurst will play this one long. It'll drift into the box. Keeper's off his line. Deloge goes to ground to grab that one. Rockhurst had two players in there lurking that time. Coring and Stevenson. Coring and Gansner. Top two scorers, both with 14 goals apiece coming into this one. Middle of the pitch now, and this one goes right to the Bombers. Collecting at that time is Kaplan. Connor Kaplan, he's a center midfielder for John Burroughs. He'll be on defense now as Rockhurst is on the attack, center of the park. A little bit of space. He's going to have a go from well out. This one deflects into the box, popped up in the air. A little bit of a scramble for it. Still no one getting it out of there. Here's an opportunity for the Hawklets. The ball caroms off of a defender, and now finally up in the air back towards midfield. Nobody there for John Burroughs as yet. Just headed away by the defense for Rockhurst. They try to get it up to Akil Dickerson, the forward. Dickerson comes into this contest. He wears that number 6 shirt, just a junior at 5'9", 12 goals, 9 assists, 33 points on the campaign. Showed his speed coming in here to the near sideline. Not real big across that front line, the Bombers, but they are quick and skilled. And when the opportunities present themselves, they're able to put it in the back of the goal. Julius Hollander Bodie, out on his near side. He's the redhead here with the number 11 shirt, so he'll be an easy one. He also wears those bright yellow boots. So sometimes when you're watching the computer screen on the live stream, or maybe you got it plugged up to your television or your big screen, you'd say, well, what are some ways we could pick our players out if you don't know them that well? That's how. Hair color, headbands, different color boots, those types of things. Some of these players will just jump off the screen at you as well with their athletic ability, whether it's their size or their power or their speed. This one, push forward. Again, they try to find it to Coring. The flex out of play here. We were just about 11 and a half minutes into this contest, and neither team with a great opportunity as yet, but Rockhurst has been pushing the envelope. John Burroughs trying to make sure they stay solid across the back and then counter when they get the opportunity. Here's one into the box. Cross the box, backside here now, and Bombers are going to have to try and build it out. They can't do that. Good activity from the Rockhurst front line as they push it back in towards the keeper, and coming forward to make the play that time was Jack Tootle. He's the right back. Both the backs on the outside for Rockhurst like to get forward and get into the attack. Here's Coring now. Yushan Coring. Face-to-face with two defenders. Tries to push it in the middle to flex off of the defense, and now caroms towards the end line, and that'll drift. Will not go out of play, and they push it over the sideline on that far side. First substitution coming into the match now for the Hawklets. It's Theodore Franke. He's a sophomore at 6'1", 7 goals and 6 assists, so that's a nice chunk of stats to be bringing into the contest. Coming out of the contest will be Stevenson, Luke Stevenson, the 5'10 senior. Long throw now towards the corner of the 6-yard box, flicked up in the air towards the top of the box. Not out of danger. Now they finally do get it back to midfield. This is Dickerson. He'll try to beat the defender, can't quite do so. Good slide tackle on that far side just to make sure no one got in behind him. Well, we're on time here this evening. Got one overtime game today, and that one was decided in the second overtime as Jackson will be back in the Class 4 final tomorrow looking to defend their title. Bring a Class 1 championship tomorrow. That one will come your way at 11 a.m. Then 1:30 p.m. we'll have the Class 2 championship. Class 3 championship right here on this main field as well. That'll be 4 p.m. Ladue and Fort Zumwalt South. Fort Zumwalt South looking to win the title once again. So Classes 3 and 4 each will have the returning champion in that final. Two teams right here want to have something to say about that Class 4 championship as the winner will take on Jackson tomorrow. Near side. Yeah. Pretty good distribution now. Nifty little play there by Dickerson. He can't cleanly get past the defense, and now it's intercepted by the Hawklets. Impressed with the ability for John Burroughs right now to match the speed of Rockhurst thus far, but when you've got that much speed and athleticism, it tends to wear you down, just like a running back. In that third and fourth quarter, keep giving him the ball. The Rockhurst offense is very much the same way. Out of play on that far side now. Excuse me, coming over to this near side after nearly going out of play on that far side. 25 minutes remaining here in this first half action, and Rockhurst looking to build once again. They'll try and get their second substitution into the match. That'll be Henry Mullins, sophomore, 5'9", 3 goals and 2 assists. See him lined up with the fourth official at the bottom of your screen now as they drift towards the right side corner. This one played back, lofted to the far side, top of the box. That one being held up slightly by the wind, but it gives Rockhurst the opportunity now. Karam's off a defender. This will deflect and go out of play, and actually did not hit the defender. That was covering the whole time. And coming in once again is Mullen. Gansner's going to check out, one of their top scorers, so he's going to get a little bit of a breather, maybe get him ready for this final push here at the end. None of the teams here today really used yet to playing in the cold this year. Of course, they've all done it throughout their careers, but you start all of these seasons in August and sometimes 100-degree and very high humidity, and now you come all the way to the state Final Four, and by the time this one's said and done, we may be back down into the 30s. 41 degrees right now. Temperature check here with a little bit of a breeze coming out of the south, and that could impact the game as well, as we've seen a number of balls held up in the wind moving from left to right, so we'll see if that plays a factor. Neither goalkeeper really been tested yet. No, not an official shot on goal yet in this contest, which is pretty unusual here as we are almost 17 minutes into the contest, and Rockhurst will intercept that one. Good play there, working his way out. That was Conte. Bakari Conte. Rockhurst again, they can be as patient as anyone. Kaligi. He's one of the captains. He'll distribute this one forward, knocked away. Now Burroughs will go the other way. This is Sheehan. Runs his way between a couple of defenders. Nifty little play by him. He'll leave it off to Dickerson. One more time, they're going to go back to Sheehan. Side of the box. Overstep the ball. This one's going to drift. The keeper's going to come off his line. Nice play that time by Thompson. I think Sheehan had made that long run. He was either tired or surprised that he had that little bit of space when the ball squirted to him. Give credit to Ryan Thompson, the goalkeeper. He was alert and ready to go jump on it. This one squirts past everybody. Hollander Bodie coming back to push it forward. Dickerson wanted a foul on that one, didn't get it. Now here are the Bombers on the attack. This one will go out of play and stay with John Burrows. And it'll be a throw-in for the senior, 5'7", Julius Hollander Bodie. Just 3 assists on the season, no goals to his credit. A couple players battling for the ball. Nifty play there. Got a little bit of a push there in the back. Give credit there to Farley. He's an attacking central midfielder that time, and he kept digging his way. Now, dangerous opportunity. 35 yards or so from the goal, or from the end line. From this near side, coming over to take it is Guthrie. Lachlan Guthrie. 5'7" freshman. And he's going to launch this one towards the keeper. This one, keeper gets it at its highest point. And he's going to quickly distribute. This is scoring. Look at the speed from him. You know, it's always fun on the breakout sometimes when you got players that like to play very direct like he does and can play with speed and the ball at their feet. Good play by Rockhurst to settle things down. Here's Pelegi. He's going to switch it back the other way. Space on that far side. This is Coring. Looks to attack the defender. Tries to beat one. Nifty little defensive play that time by Kaplan. This plays to Dickerson's feet. He's got no support yet, so he'll lay it off. This is Sheehan. Shields himself with the ball, and they'll play this all the way back to Say. Taking his time up the middle to Dickerson. He'll flick this one on to head a defender right in his hip pocket. Awfully tough to get past the second one when they come up. Conte. Good build-up now from the Hawklets on this right side. Tipton goes out of play. As Mullen really gets into his first action. Checking back into the match now for Rockhurst, number 10, Luke Stevenson. Also Robert Boersma. Boersma, 6'1" senior. Just 1 assist on the season. Where's that number 21 shirt? Excuse me. That number 13 shirt. Long throw now. Good solid 30 yards in the air. So that's a weapon Rockhurst can employ throughout the game and employ. That's Pelegi who came forward to do that. This one deflects out of play and will result in a goal kick. No corner kicks yet either from either team in this match either. So no official shots on goal, no corner kicks, no offsides. None of those factors have entered into this contest as yet. We're a quarter of the way through the match, and neither keeper has really been tested. This one booted long, a little wind at his back. They get it to the center circle, chested down nicely. Long ball down the sideline now for the Hawklets. Middle of the park, good settle by Stevenson. He looks it over. He's going to lay it off. Now they're going to come this way with it. One more time. This is Tootle. He'll play it back to Pelegi, and he's going to reload. One of the captains for Rockhurst looks things over. Very patient. Still with the ball now. Rockhurst tries to build it into the box. Coming across to knock it out of there is the 11 shirt, Hollander Bodie. It's all the way back to Dickerson at midfield. One of the things about Dickerson, he's getting the ball, but he really has very little support when he does. He's trying to weave his way through a couple of defenders, and you're going to get worn out doing that very quickly. He's not a physically big young man, so doesn't really have that physical presence to really ward off of the defenders. Square ball across the back now, and this is Pelegi. At the center stripe, now they're going to launch this one towards the box, to the side of the box. Rockhurst on the build-up again. Every time it seems like they've got something going, John Burroughs seems to have an answer defensively, and vice versa. Another substitution coming into the game now for the Hawklets. It's Gansner coming back into the match. Maybe Coring coming out, as he's had a good run of play on the ball, and it is Coring coming out, so he's going to get a little bit of a breather. So Matt Darby getting fully into his rotation here in the semifinal match. Here's a shot from well out. This one lofts towards the backside of the box. Flicked on. Half chance volley. Rockhurst players wanted a foul on that one. Don't think there was one, really. Two players going for the ball. Their player happened to be in the air. This one into the middle, into the mixer. Nobody on the end of it. Right away, but the second ball Rockhurst gets. Good settle there from the Bombers. They play it out here on this near side. This is Davis. He wants to go long to Dickerson. And Keel Dickerson. Rockhurst's going to get a couple more subs into the match. Ryder Barnett, he started the match, as well as Luca Contra. Now, counterattack here, Sheehan. Sheehan still with the ball at his feet. Sheehan's one of those guys that seems to continuously get knocked off the ball, and it just winds up right back on his foot. There's some players who have the knack of doing that. Most of the time, they typically have the physical abilities to deflect defenders and whatnot. Sometimes they've got the speed, but you've got to have good size to be able to do that. He seems to have that. Burrow's going to get a couple of players into the match here in a moment as well. Lucas Andrews and Patrick Blomquist. Now we're going to get a whistle. Opportunity now for the Bombers. And officials are going to talk to the Rockhurst player here a little bit. He kicked the shin pad out of the way. He didn't look too kindly on that. Tim Wagner's going to get control of that situation real quick. Coming over to take this free kick for John Burroughs. Lachlan Guthrie. They'll look it over. A lot of players coming forward now for the Bombers. They're going to loft it towards the 6-yard spot over the top of the defenders. No one on the end of it, though, for the Bombers as yet. Now they do bring it down. They're going to try and get it to the sideline. That touch fails them, though. And it'll drift out of play with 14 minutes remaining here in this first half. Well, if we hope you've enjoyed all the action, don't forget now, folks, you can get a commemorative of this. You can download a copy of today's match. Following the conclusion of this one, click the download button right there on the Misha.tv website, and you can own this forever. Get that copy, that keepsake, for your grandchild, your son, your nephew, good friend, whoever it may be. It makes a great Christmas present. You can know it all right here on the Misha.tv network. Pelegi, he's going to go long down this near sideline. That one went on the outside of his foot and out of play. Good little play there for the Hawklets. It's Nikotra. Did a little step-over move to keep the ball. Here's a shot from well out. This one lofting towards the goal, and it's going to continue to rise all the way, all the time, up over the top of the bar. So all those players get announced here, just checked in. And unlike in our last match when the two teams barely subbed at all, both these teams going into their rotation. For the longest time, the Rockhurst tradition is if you're coming to state, you're going to play. So they like to get players into the match, get them a little taste, get them some action. You never know who's going to be called upon to be the difference maker. Far side now. Here are the Hawklets. Good play by Rockhurst now across the back. They're going to create some space. They're going to move forward with it. This is Conte. Good ball for him. Middle of the pitch. Here's a shot. This one rising all the time as well. He got underneath it. He knows it. Should have done better. Little wrong foot. It was Luka Nkotra, the senior. 6 goals, 4 assists on the season. He goes 6'2", one of the bigger players out there here this afternoon. Now Coring's going to come right back into the match. Just got a little bit of a breather. It's like Stevenson's going to come out. Stevenson, one of the captains. Comes off wondering why is he coming out. Bombers now, they try and go long to Dickerson. He can't get on the end of it, but they do nearly win that one back. Rockhurst always has an idea on where that next ball is going to be, on a deflection, on a pass out of the air, whatever it might be. Where are the open players? That's good coaching from their end. Ten and a half remaining first half action now. Remember, the winner of this one will take on the Jackson Indians. Jackson, they are the current title holders. They won it all last year in 2020 amidst all the COVID protocols. They were the team that came away with the victory, and right now one of these two teams is going to get the opportunity to play them tomorrow right here on the Misha.TV network, right here at the Worldwide Technology Soccer Park, 7 p.m. Conte tracked that one down, stepped on it. Now they're going to reload. They'll go the other way. On the attack now. Here's a shot from well out. This one skids along the turf. Opportunity for Rockhurst. Shot, goal! Off the deflection. He picked it up. It was the number 9 shirt for Rockhurst. And with 9:41 remaining, the Hawklets have jumped on top. It's Gansner, his 15th of the season. That's the team lead now in goals, and he tucked it away, went across his body, across the keeper's body, low to the keeper's left side, and Rockhurst on top, 1-0. You get a chance to see it here right now. He gets a deflection, puts it on his left foot, came across the keeper, back corner, and Rockhurst on top, 1-0. No assist on that goal, and he does it all by himself. He now is the top goal scorer for the Hawklets. Let's see what John Burroughs has in their bag of tricks in their postseason. That is the first goal they've allowed. 3-0 over Pattonville, 1-0 each to Chaminade and St. Lucie High, and then 2-0 over Liberty. So they're going to have to figure this out, as they are not used to it yet. That is giving up a goal in postseason. They have been very stingy. Empty play there, warding him off. That was a great play that time by Farley. He's going to lay this one off, get it back to the box. Defender coming forward. Got him from behind. Burroughs fans hollered about that one. I didn't see a foul on it at all, but now they get it right back. They want to keep moving forward. John Burroughs must remain patient if they want to stay with their game plan. Of course, Rockhurst's game plan is pressure and push. High speed all the way through. They do everything at speed. Long ball up over the top now. And now Rockhurst will bring this one back down to the floor, and they'll look to build it up that other side. They'll be patient again. This doesn't change year in and year out from the Hawklets. They play an exciting brand of ball, and They do it with precision and patience. And that's what they're doing right now. If John Burroughs wants to lag back, they'll take the space that they give them and see if they can't force the defense into an error. Middle of the park now. This is Boersma. Oh, missed kick now. Opportunity for the Hawklets again into the box, and I think that may result in a penalty kick. No, referee, and I think he might have missed that one. Well, there were some arms flying. Here's a shot from well out, and well, you can't have VAR in high school soccer, but I think that one would have been reviewed, and nonetheless, keeper gets it, and he booms that one back to midfield, and Rockhurst fans beside themselves. Don't know if the referee had a clean view of that either. We had a pretty good view of it from up here in the press box. Play all the way back here, and John Burroughs now. They're going to have to capitalize on that. This one drifts towards the box. Dickerson trying to be opportunistic. Tries to run past the defender. Nearly gets the ball. Being a little lackadaisical there was Conte, I believe. So he was not aggressive going back to the ball. Keeper did not come off his line. John Burroughs showing they can do things at speed as well. Near side. This is Hollander Bodie. His pass not where it needed to be. This one brought down. This is Kaplan. He gives it away. Now gets it right back center circle. Looks to his right side. He's got one player out there. Plays it back instead. Now they're going to go up the middle. Burroughs on the attack now. Good build up for them. This is Dickerson. Overruns the ball slightly. He had a defender to his left and one in front of him. I think he was trying to anticipate what to do and get past both of them at the same time. Really didn't have a lot of support in an open channel. Now back the other way again for the Bombers. And it's quickly disrupted by Rockhurst, and they're going to build it up. This one towards the box. Keeper comes off his line nicely. Good play by Thompson. Chests it down. Now distributes, but he puts it right into the teeth of John Burroughs. Players in midfield. They want to build it up. Nifty little play now. There's a shot from well out. That was a good one from Farley and a good give and go between he and Dickerson. Fans holler about another foul. Well, the referee's really letting him play. Maybe that's the philosophy in this one. You guys made it this far. Unless I see something completely obvious, and it's not malicious, no need to call it. So I will tell you probably 9 times out of 10, players would prefer that type of action. This one headed down, but it's intercepted now. Hawklets on the counterattack. They're going to distribute out here to the near side. This is Coring. Out of play, so we get a couple of substitutions into the match now. Again for Rockhurst, and this one will be Higbee, Stevenson, and Mullen. All of them have been in the match already. They're all getting another run out. And Paligi's going to come forward. He's going to take this one. We've seen this weapon and saw what Rockhurst can do with it now. He'll launch this one probably towards the 12-yard spot or the 6-yard box, one of the two, wherever they can cause the most problem. 6-yard box for this one. This one flicked up in the air. Still not out of danger. It's flicked on goal, but it goes wide. So great play there that time. That's just an old-fashioned set piece for Rockhurst. That's all it is, folks. He just happens to be able to throw it that far. Teams have the weapon to throw like that. That's a whole other dimension. Sometimes the defensive team has to think twice about just booming it out of play and saying, well, we'll just give them a little cheesy throw in on the sideline. Not going to happen here. This is Nakotra. Forward now to Coring. On the outside, into the box. Knocked out of there by the Burroughs defense, but let's see if Pelegi comes forward, and that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to come forward. He's going to throw this one in. Rockhurst, 5 in the box, 6 in the box actually, 1 just on the outside. They target the 18 this time. Referee's going to call a foul on that one on a push coming out. A little bit of contact there that time. He was looking right at the play. And with just under 3 minutes remaining now, free kick for John Burroughs. Now Rockhurst jumped on top in this one. 9:41 remaining, unassisted goal from Simon Gansner. That gives him 15 on the season. He's the leading scorer now for Rockhurst from a goal-scoring standpoint. He had the opportunity. He had no mistake about it. Clinical finish. Far sideline now. Defense is going to put this one in the box past the keeper, and this will result now. That's our first corner kick, so we've had 1 shot on goal, and now our first corner. This will go to John Burroughs, and coming forward to take this one for them will be Farley. We saw him be a little creative in the attacking third of the field just a moment ago, and now he'll come forward to take this kick. Rocker's going to commit everybody back to the final 18 yards, whether they're in the box or on the outside on the far side. 1 on each post as well. 5 players in for Burroughs. This one along the turf. This is a set piece to the 12-yard spot. Knocked away, but here come Burroughs again. There's a shot from well out. This one has his eyes. Keeper makes the initial save, and on the rebound, they can't quite get on the end of it. What a save that time by Thompson. And what a shot as well from Julius Hollander Bodie. 35 yards out, and the keeper had a little trouble with it. Dickerson was lurking, and had it been a foot more away from him, that might have found its way into the back of the goal with just over a minute remaining. Instead, here comes Rockhurst the other way. There's Conte. He'll distribute out the far side. So I'll drift down the sideline, and that might just about do it for the half, folks, as Rockhurst is going to be in no hurry to get this right back into play. Tootle will take the throw, and he'll give it to Pelegi, and he's just going to walk this one back towards midfield. He says there's no need to really push this forward. Not doing anything. Old-fashioned 4 corners offense here for Rockhurst. John Burroughs is in no mood to go up and try and attack it. And players are going to start walking off the pitch here, and we're going to go to halftime. 1-0 is the score. Rockhurst on the goal, the unassisted goal from number 9, Simon Gansner, his 15th of the season. And we will go to halftime. 1-0 is the score. We hope you've enjoyed watching Missouri State Boys High School soccer action thus far. We're going to take a break. When we come back on the other side of this one during halftime, we'll have the highlights. And we'll get it set up for the second half, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
That's 1 point. So it's 2-1.
Welcome back to the 54th Missouri State Boys High School Soccer Championships. Matt Judkins bringing you the action here today, and we are in the final semifinal today. What does that mean? Well, that means we've had 7 other semifinals in 3 different classes and 1 semifinal in Class 4. And this is the final Class 4 semi of the day. Rockhurst on top in this one, 1-0. Let's look at some of the stats from that first half. Shots, Rockhurst 2, just 1 for John Burroughs. Saves, 1 each for the keepers. 1 corner kick for John Burroughs and 6 fouls for Rockhurst. Those are the official stats. And get a chance now. We'll get the opportunity to view that goal one more time, and opportunistic as it was for Simon Gansner. And he is one of their top goal scorers. And as you see this coming forward, they attack from the left side, and he gets the ball off of several deflections, and then watch this, move to the left, and then with his left foot, cross the keeper, opposite post, tucks it in the back of the goal, and Rockhurst goes up 1-0. John Burroughs had a chance late in the half here, and here's the shot from way out, as the keeper had to make a big save. A couple players lurking there, as that came off the boot of Hollander Bodie, and that was about 35 yards out, but that went to the keeper, and he was able to jump on top of it. And now here we go, folks. Second half action. Rockhurst will be moving from right to left in the all-white strip. The blue kit, the navy blue kit, the John Burroughs Bombers, will be moving from left to right. I believe Rockhurst will have the ball here in this second half. John Burroughs went actually into the locker room. You don't see that a whole lot here at this facility. A lot of times players will just gather on the pitch or they'll go find a corner somewhere, but John Burroughs decided to go up into the locker room. So Alan Tretzky probably electing to use some type of diagram or action. I'm going to tell you one of the things, if we get a chance to see it this evening, John Burroughs has the old-fashioned football sideline jackets going down there. Always one of my favorites, kind of the Green Bay Packers, Dallas Cowboys from the Ice Bowl. It's not quite that cold here this evening, but it is chilly. Temps now down in the low 40s, and probably by the time we finish this one, we'll be in the 30s. So got down in the upper 20s last night. Tomorrow should be a little bit warmer for these contests. We're going to bring you the first championship match, 11 a.m. That'll be the Class 1 championship. Second championship, Class 2, that'll be at 1:30, followed by a 4 p.m. kickoff. That'll be Class 3, where Fort Zumwalt South will look to defend their title. And then Jackson will look to defend their title. They've already advanced to the Class 4 championship. They'll play the winner of this one. Another team back in the final again this year is Whitfield. They lost last year, and they're getting an opportunity to try and get that trophy once again. We'll say hello to Charlie Noonan, their head coach, and he is bringing them back again. Here comes Rockhurst on the buildup. This is Ryder Barrett. Barrett has been a big scorer for them this year. Likes to get forward on those set pieces. 12 goals and 5 assists on the season. Good size. Wears that 4 shirt. He's 6 foot. This one forward now. This is Stevenson. Flicks it on. That was Coring. He tried to get it to Conte running through the middle. Here's Stevenson. He'll take the shot. He'll slide along the turf. Again, we mentioned this earlier, if you were here for the previous semifinal match in Class 4. As the sun sets here on this turf, it gets a little bit damp. And when you're going from the daytime to the evening, that could cause some problems. We saw a number of players slip, the ball skid. Once you're into this pure night game, if your game's played all the way at night, number one, the turf isn't as damp, and two, you're used to it already because you warm up on it. So it's not that much of a difference. Long ball now headed away by the Rockhurst defense. Not quite 2 minutes into this second half. This is Sheehan. He'll lay it off, wants to get it back. Instead, goes to Hollander Bodie. He's in the attack now. He's pushed his way forward. Rockhurst, ball to the far side. One there by Conte on the attack now. He's going to take one from well out. Keeper was on his line. Probably would have had that one all the way. This will give the Loge a chance to take this free kick. Free kick now, and Deloge will launch this one back towards midfield. Difference, too, here in the second half as we start. Not a lot of breeze. We've had a consistent breeze throughout the day. It died down in the evening, and now the flag's on the far side pretty still at this point. So that may not be the factor it was even in the first half. Rockhurst on the win now. Play it out here to this near side. This is Franke. He's the left back. Distributes forward. Again, Franke also very good size. Wears that 2 shirt. He goes 6'4". He's the tallest player out there on the pitch here this evening. Nifty little move by Coring. He's going to lay this one off. Launch towards a goal. I think he tried to come around on that one. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass or what the intent was there. He didn't seem to get full force behind it. Anyway, you slice it. So that one will go high up over the top of the bar. And result in a goal kick. Got pretty good crowds on hand here today, and someone mentioned to me earlier, this is a bit of an unusual Final Four. You have no teams from the Metro Catholic Conference in this Final Four, and traditionally there's one, if not two. There's only been a couple of years in the 54 years where we've contested these titles where CBC, Chaminade, De Smet, St. Lucie High, or Vianney have not represented. Rockhurst, though, they could be equally there. This is, again, their 26th Final Four. 26th. Not quite half. That's how dominant of a program they've become, and really didn't start getting here until the 90s. So that's how good they've been. A lot of that coming in the last 30 years. Very few years when they have not been in the Final Four. And they missed the last two, but prior to that, they were in 7 straight, winning it all in 17 and in 13. John Burroughs' last win came in 2018. They also won it in 2016. They got a 3rd place in 2019. All that was done in Class 2 or lower. So it's their first year competing in this Class 4. Build up now for the Hawklets. They'll look it over. They're going to place one long down at the corner. Stevenson with a nice run, but he's not going to be able to catch up to that one. A little bit heavy was that ball, and Stevenson showing his speed, the captain. This is Sheehan. He'll play out the other way. Tries to get it over to Dickerson. He can't quite track it down. This one popped up long towards the box. Deloge off his line. Comes to his own right. Well, they got Deloge listed at 6'2". You see him standing against some of the other players. He doesn't look that much taller, so. Hawklets, very patient, just like they were in the first half. This is Pelegi. He's one of the captains. Wears that 3 shirt. Quarterbacks the offense from the very back. Now Ryan Thompson. He had to come up with a big save there. We showed that highlight just before the start of this second half, but he had to come up with a big save from a shot that was about 35 yards out. Gave up the rebound and then had to pounce on it as John Burroughs had 2 players lurking. Good play there on the slide tackle by Barrett. Out of play here on this near side. Throw in. This is Dickerson. Trying to dance his way past a couple of defenders. Can't quite do so. Rockhurst will push it back towards midfield. Sheehan wanted to try and launch that one down the sideline. See if somebody could run on it. Can't get it to him. So here's John Burroughs backtracking. Across the back. Dickerson once again. Little stutter step for him, showing his speed now. On-ball speed. Past one defender. He's going to go past another one. That may result in a first card, and it will. That'll result in a first card in this one. That was pretty evident. So Franke will get the first yellow card here in this one. And with 33:28 remaining, he also gives a free kick to John Burroughs in a very dangerous position. Coming on to replace Franke will be Peter Stoltz. He's a senior, 6'2", so they're going to change size for size here in this one. Five to the opposite side of the box for John Burroughs. One lurking about 10 yards outside of the box. Coming forward to take this one is Farley. He's taken a majority of their free kicks. He took their corner kick also. Stands over it, right-footed, swinging away from the keeper. Backside, keeper off his line, punches it away. And now Rockhurst gets it back up to midfield, but not out of danger. Here's a shot from well out. Rockhurst will try and counterattack. They wanted to get it to Stevens. He was running away from the ball. Ball came in behind him, and now this one drifts over the sideline, out of play. Throw in now for John Burrows. Long throw in down this near sideline. That one goes out of play. It'll result in a throw in now for Rockhurst. They'll get a couple of subs in. Franke will come back in. Also, Patrick and Theodore, the two Frankies, will come back in. Stevenson will check out of the match, as will Tootle.
Checking back in for Rockhurst, number 2, Patrick Franke. And number 16, Theodore Franke.
Long throwing. This is Theodore. He just checked into the match, throwing from his brother. Throwing now here on this near side. Rockhurst wastes no time. Might have expected them to be a little more patient, but they wanted to get on the attack, and they pushed this one forward all the way back to that back defensive line. And Burrow's playing very deep now as well defensively. I know they make sure they don't let anything in behind them, but they're going to start pushing the envelope to get it into the offensive third and see if they can't test Thompson a little bit. Bree starts to pop up just a little bit again, blowing from right to left. Dickerson on the intercept now. Takeaway. Now here comes John Burrows. A couple of players out here on the near side. This is Sheehan. He's going to look to throw it to the corner. Didn't have the man making the right run that time. That was Christensen on this near side. He's going to go over the end line, out of play, and that'll result in a goal kick. Rockhurst quickly changes fields. They're going to get into the offensive end of the attack. Here's Conte. Looks things over. This is Nakatra. And Rockhurst, they wanted it forward, didn't see anything, so they're very patient. Just going to look it over and reload. Pelegi, he's going to play diagonal ball here towards the corner of the box. Rockhurst can't get on the end of it. John Burrows does. They'll try and break out. Nifty little play there. But they've got to backtrack as well. See if they can't create space with 30 minutes remaining here in the match. Conte now. He'll leave this one. This is Barrett. Through the slot. Now they're going to come out here to this near side. This is Gansner. He scored the goal. Lofts it. Tried to get it to Coring. Still pins balls between several players. And finally John Burrows just patient. And they knock it out of there. You know, we know they've got Pelegi who can make that long throw. And he is not going to go over and take this one. We'll leave that for a more opportune time. Into the box. Dangerous now. And that'll result now, I believe, the first corner kick for Rockhurst. And now they're going to take their time. Clock winding towards 29 remaining. They cling to that 1-goal lead. Five into the box, one at the top. That's Conte. Conte all alone. No defenders even close to him. They go to Conte, top of the box. Here's his shot. It is blocked nicely, though. Good play. Coming back out to make it was Aiden Davis. Corner now. This one lofted. Except skips on the ground. And there's a shot from well out. This one high up over the top of the bar. Spin turn move that time from Coring. Sean Coring again comes into this one. 14 goals, 7 assists on the season, 35 points. Thought he might have an opportunity there, so he took it and lofted it high up over the top of the goal. Results in a goal kick now for Deloge. Midfield into the center circle, flicked on. This is Sheehan. He can't quite maintain possession. Or Christensen, excuse me. That was Christensen. Here it is. On his wheels, this is Coring. Gets the ball, tracks it down in the corner, tries to beat the defender. Quick feet. Lost it towards the 12-yard spot. It's headed away, but not out of danger. Coring right back inside of the box. Here's a shot off the goal, and it is good. Rockhurst gets the second one. What a goal for them, and I believe that was Franke who came in off the bench. Just a sophomore, and he gets his 8th goal on the season. And they now lead 2-1 with 27:43 remaining. And we get the chance here now to look at this one more time as the ball came across, and what a ball, slotted right on his foot, right on the 6-yard spot, all alone, and he made no mistake about it. So Theodore Franke. (27:54). And Rockhurst now in control, and again, John Burrow's really not mounting to much offense here, and they're going to throw this one in the corner. Here's their goal scorer, Franke, full stretch, gets knocked off the ball, rolls out of play. That's going to result, I think, in a throw-in. So a 9 and 5 get the assist on that one. They're going to award 2 of them that time, and it'll go to Higbee and to Gansner. So a double assist on that one. But it was a good build-up by Rockhurst that time, and as they got their way into the box, they had some space, and finally converting was Franke. So good play. This is the elder Franke. He's going to play it to the younger, and quickly goes to John Burroughs. Let's see what they want to do with it now. They're going to probably have to commit some players forward. So they have not really had much of an attack. The box now. Dickerson wanted to run into it. Franke tries to get it out there, quickly intercepted by the Bombers. They get one here. They're right back in it. He's stripped of the ball. Here's a nifty little move. Tries the side of the box, goes to ground. Here's a shot. This one along the turf. And one, I don't think Christensen realized how much time he had. And two, Farley tried to draw the foul, put the pressure on the official, but really there was nothing for the official to call there. Farley really stumbled as well, tried to weave his way between a couple of defenders. And now goal kick for Thompson. Now again, winner of this one, they'll take on Jackson tomorrow. Throw in now near side, it's Franke. His long throw goes right to the teeth of the defense, and he'll loft it down into the corner. He wanted to get it to Coring, couldn't quite do so.
Rockhurst goal, number 16, Theodore Franke.
This one headed out of play on the near side.
Assist, it'll be a double assist. Number 9, Simon Gansner. And number 5, Noah Higbee.
Deflection once again. Pelleggi coming back into the match now. He got a little bit of a breather. I wasn't too pleased with having to come out. He's not used to coming out very often.
Number 3.
A couple of players battle for it now. Finally coming down. Canati with a nifty little flick. Very, very nice. Far side now. Rockhurst with some players committed into the box. This one will drift and go up over the top. Good cross that time off the boot of Higbee. He got one of the assists there. Primarily seems to play in a central midfield role, almost a holding midfielder or a defensive midfielder. He's been forward here a little bit in the last couple of minutes, that time on the cross. Long ball now, near side. Rockhurst continuing to put the pressure on the Bombers. Not letting up 1 inch, that's for sure. They're not a team that scores and parks the bus. They want more. Out of play now results in a throw-in. This is for Rockhurst. Flicked on once again. Nifty little play by Coring, still with the ball at his feet. He'll play the square, one to Conte. Past one defender. He'll give it up and get it right back into the box now. Nice weave there as they take the shot. Deloge full stretch to his left, and he nips it out of play. It'll result in the second corner kicker of the half now by Rockhurst, but that buildup was bang, 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 and then shot, and Deloge had to be on his toes. You get a chance to see it right here. Watch the save. What a shot, too, from Coring. Came very quickly, and Deloge knew that was headed for the low corner. Great reaction by him. This will be a left-footed kick. It'll swing in towards the goalkeeper. See how far out they want to start it. In towards the 6-yard box. This one scrambled for the ball. A couple of players there. Deloge ducked his way right back in towards the near post, and he went to ground to get that one. Initially, the first ball lofted up over the top of his head. He had to get back into position, and he was right there. That ball caromed off a number of players. Good play there. Here comes the Bombers. They need one quick to get back into this one and make it interesting. Nice play there that time on the spin turn by Farley. He's been one of the guys that's been able to do a few things here and there. Here's Conte. To Coring. A little bit of contact. Now we're going to get a foul, and Rockhurst will get the free kick. Just over 21 remaining. They're going to do a quick restart. This is Franke on the left side. Defense wasn't quite set. He's going to loft it to the far side. Got a couple of players in there. No one on the end of it. The referee is going to blow that one dead for a push in the back. On the buildup, here's Conte once again. Distribute out to that right side, no one there. Trying to get it through the shoes of goal scorer Franke a moment ago. Excuse me, that was Stevenson. This is Franke. This one deflected, out of play. Throw in now for the Bombers. They need to get to the other end of the field. They need some offense. Where's it going to come from? Anybody going to step up, or can Rockhurst continue to keep a stranglehold on this one? Here's a shot from well out. This one nearly finds the back of the goal. What a save that time by Deloge. And Stevenson didn't get all of it, but he got enough of it to cause problems for the keeper, and Tucker had to make a big save. You'll see it here. We'll get it in just a moment. Get a chance here, and there's the shot, and what a save. Good form, good technique by Deloge to knock that one down. Inside of the last quarter of the match left now. Inside of a third of an hour. And we got a little bit of players shaking up. We saw some cramping in our match prior to this. Again, players not used to this cold weather, so they've got to make sure they're well stretched out and ready to go. Referees are going to stop the clock. We are going to get some substitutions in for John Burroughs. Checking in will be Andrews, Schuff, and Patrick Blumquist. Also checking in for Rockhurst will be Nicotra coming back into the match. Trainer's going to go out and check this youngster out. Again, looks like in another situation. Could be cramps. Both teams now are going to come to the respective sidelines, or at least get into huddles, get some instruction here as we're getting a stretch out. Of course, this is a prime time to let everybody know you can download a copy of today's match. Click on the download button following the ending of this contest, and you can own this piece of Misha content forever. Get it for that special someone. As Davis is going to hobble off here under his own power, which is great to see. But with 19:19 remaining, Davis is going to hobble off. He wears the 30 shirt, 2 goals, 1 assist on the season for the freshman. Coach Tresky looking forward to having him for the next 3 years as well following this one. Throwing on the far side now. Bombers trying to go on the attack, and I think we're going to get a foul throw in on the far side. Here's Stevenson. He'll flick this one onto the center circle. This is Conte. Excuse me, that was Coring trying to get it at Conte. This ball, a little too much pace on it. It'll roll out of play over the end line. Good play there, Coring. He'll give it off to the goal scorer. It's Franke, now it's intercepted. Here's an opportunity now for the Bombers. See if they be direct. That's exactly what they are. Here's Dickerson. He'll wait for the ball. Now play to the left side. Opportunity now. A little bit of space. Burrows, here's a shot. This one deflects. Into the box. Shot. Goal! John Burrows right back in it. The number 12 shirt gets that one with 18:09 remaining. Lucas Andrews just checked into the match a couple of moments ago, and with 18:09 remaining, he gets the first goal for the Bombers. We'll get a chance to watch this one here. As this one deflects off a defender, and right there, he was Johnny on the spot. He tucks it past the keeper. And with 18:09 remaining, we got a match once again. Now it's all for the taking. Rockhurst has dictated the majority of the play here in the second half, and they continue to push the envelope. But John Burrows, it only takes one to get that counterattack. They did it just there. Let's see if they can't get another one. Push this thing all the way to the edge. That'll open things up tremendously. Didn't look like it was much of a buildup on that last play, but then all of a sudden an opportunity happened, and the ball squirts free, deflects off a defender, and he's in on goal. This one to Deloge, and how important has he been now? He's made 3 really, really super fine stops here in this second half, and it's official now. They'll give him no assist after the deflection. That typically is the way that happens. Here's Rockhurst now on the buildup. Instead, intercepted by the Bombers. They want to go the other way with it again. More important for John Burrows to stay poised when we get back into it. Same with Rockhurst from a defensive standpoint. I don't know why Rockhurst would change anything. Really, they haven't given up a whole lot of scoring opportunities, just that one, and Burrows did capitalize on it. Long ball towards the press box, and don't get many that come up this way. That one came right nearly into the press box. That one boomed out of here by the Rockhurst defense all the way down the other way. John Burrows looks to build back up, but it's intercepted. Nice play. Now here's an opportunity for the Hawklets. This one given away as well. This is Farley. Used a little bit of the shoulder action, and he goes to ground. Rockhurst gets the ball. They're quickly into the offensive end of the field. On the attack now. Out of play on the far side. And checking back in for Rockhurst now. Noah Higbee, also Henry Mullen. Well, all setting up for tomorrow. Winner of this one, they're going to take on Jackson. Jackson won the state title last year, and they're going to look to defend it. This one squirts across the box. John Burroughs now, they're going to build it up this near side. Pulling it back is Andrews. He's the goal scorer just a moment ago, so you know he's got some confidence. Plays it into Dickerson. Dickerson with the nifty little play. He's got Anderson on the run. Andrews, on the run. Good defensive play there. Stepping in to make a great play, in fact, was Ryder Barrett. He's full stretch now directly into the teeth of the defense, and one good turn deserves another one, so to speak. This is Franke. He'll loft this one long down the sideline right into the Rockhurst bench. Throwing now for John Burroughs. Let's see what Bombers have. They'll throw this one into the middle. There's plenty of players committed back. That one chested down. They'll play it back. That was Kaplan. Good play by him in the center circle now. It's Farley once again. Nifty spin turn there. He's going to cut it back across. Looking for Dickerson. Right into the teeth of the defense. So Burroughs trying to see if they can't ride this momentum here just a little bit these last 14 minutes and propel them to get another goal. Rockhurst, they have not stopped pressuring or trying to get that third one. Third one right now would surely go a long way in helping them book a place in that championship match. Second goal from John Burroughs would give them a ton of momentum. This one flicked on and no one on the back side of it. Good play though that time. And that was Gansner again. He got the opener in this one. 9:41 remaining in that first half. Leading scorer for the Hawklets. Here's Dickerson. Weaves his way past one defender. He's got two of them in front of him. Pinballs around. Not out of play as Dickerson's still hounding it, but they finally get it back towards midfield. This one brought down a nice settle there. Good play that time from Guthrie. It goes back the other way. This is Andrews, the goal scorer, to Dickerson. Finally knocked off of it, coming back to get the ball. And good play by him. He used his footwork that time. Now he's using his speed. That's Coring. Into the middle. This is Conte. Slots it through. Good defense, though. A deflection coming off the John Burroughs player, and he might be a little shaken up, depending on where they got him. I think he's going to be okay. Maybe just a slight little bit of a, maybe take a couple extra breaths after that one. That's the best boot we've seen from a keeper from that side of the field all day, but the wind has pretty much died down. In terms of distance, that was right where he needed it to be. This is Gansner. He's good at holding the ball as well. He gets it off to Conte, wants it back. Instead, Conte's going to attack. Tries to weave his way past the defenders. Can't quite do so. This one deflects out of play. It'll stay with Rockhurst. A couple of subs coming in. Back into the match now for John Burroughs is Davis. Also for Rockhurst is Boersma. Saw him get a run out earlier. And of course the Hawklets clinging to that 1-0 or 1-goal lead, excuse me. They are very content to try and waste a little time. Franke will come forward and take this one. Long throw down towards the corner. This is Coring. Boy, he is so good with the ball at his feet. See how quick his feet are. Never stops moving. Short throwing. Here are the Hawks. Let's see what they want to do with it. We'll go back too far. A couple players from John Burroughs are there. Here's a shot from well out. This one curling all the time, and well, had some eyes there on that one, but just wasn't meant to be. A couple more players back in. Franke, Stevenson for Rockhurst. And bet they're going to utilize the clock to the best of their benefit. Long ball to try to get it to Dickerson, but Franke is right there, and he easily heads it back towards midfield. This is Conte. This is Franke, the goal scorer, to Stevenson. Pushes it out here to Franke. Let's see what he wants to do with this one. Defender right in front of him. He'll lay this one across the floor and right into the middle. No one there to get on the end of it for Rockhurst. Here's a shot from well out. That one never really had a chance. Now Deloge will take the free kick on the restart. They got one right when they needed it to John Burroughs with 18:09 remaining. That was on the heels of first two goals by Rockhurst, 9:41 remaining in that first half, and then 27:43 remaining in the second half. 50 footwork now. Still moving forward, but finally knocked off the ball, and here come the Hawklets once again. Throwing now for the Bombers. Don't forget now, 4 championship matches, 4 consolation matches, all right here on the Misha.TV network. First match of the day will actually be the Class 1 consolation at 10 a.m. They will go 10, I believe 12:30, 3:30, 3, and then 5 o'clock for those. And then the championship matches, that'll be Class 1 at 11 a.m., 1:30 p.m. for Class 2, 4 o'clock p.m. for Class 3, and 7 p.m. for Class 4. Same schedules basically as today for all those matches. Number 20 for Rockhurst checking back in now. That's Henry Mullen. And with 8:15 remaining, this allows Rockhurst to take those ticks off. Once you get inside 5 minutes, if the team ahead subs, they will stop the clock, but that happens 3 minutes from now. So this is a good tactic by Matt Darby. Free ball, middle of the pitch. Rockhurst wins it. Backtrack it to Franke. Long, headed away, but this is Stevenson. Let's see what he wants to do with it. Try and hold some possession. Push it out there to the far side. Let's see if they don't get to the corner flag. Try and waste some time there. It does get over toward the corner flag. It'll result in a throw-in on that far side. See if Pileggi's going to come forward. Nope, he's going to stay in his defensive spot. He knows he's more important there here for the remainder of this match. Even though he is that weapon with that long throw, we haven't really seen him employ it too much here in this second half. John Burroughs now on the breakout. Don't have a lot of numbers forward, but they got a little bit of a room to attack, and that pass not quite where it needed to be and stalls the attack, so they're going to have to reload. And now Rockhurst with the opportunity really to press. You know, the best way to beat the press is switch fields. It's exactly what John Burroughs does. They have some green out on the other side. Good build-up now for John Burroughs. Can they get an opportunity out of this? This is Dickerson. Play it on the floor. Tried to weave it in there to Davis, but he had 5 defenders from Rockhurst all looking in the exact same area. Going to be awfully tough to do that. Almost a pretty easy to read pass. A couple players battled up in the air for that one. John Burroughs will win the free kick. Rockhurst committing the infraction. They're going to give this one to Deloge. And he's going to come all the way up near midfield to take this one. Well, this is the time when you're going to bring everybody into the attack. You're inside 6 minutes, and you got to get something forward. So they're going to push some defenders forward. This one lofted. Headed away. It's going to drift and go out of play on that far side. Throwing to the Bombers. Quickly get it in. Try and reload. And we get back into the action. This one up to Davis. He can't get on the end of it. Does get it back, though, after the pinball action. And plays it back to Guthrie. Here's Farley. He was active for about 10 minutes, and then he's kind of disappeared the last few minutes. Now here's Stevenson. Tried a couple step-over moves against the defender. He did not bite on any of them, and now Bombers look to go the other way. So inside 5 minutes remaining now. Near side. This is John Burroughs. And Guthrie. Guthrie plays it to the top of the box. A couple of players going for it that time. No one on the end of it. It's knocked away by the defense, but here comes John Burroughs again. And Frankie's just going to boom it back towards midfield. Wears that 16 shirt, does Theodore Franke, 6'1" sophomore. That was his 8th goal on the season, and probably none bigger than that one. Right now, that is the goal that stands between John Burroughs and the championship match. It's the one that has put Rockhurst ahead to get to that championship match. Well, unfortunate there that time. Coming forward was Martin. He just stepped on it wrong. Or excuse me. Yeah, that was Martin. Stepped on it wrong. And he was running full stretch. About a 40-yard run for him that time. And right when the ball arrived, he misfooted it. Look, the little play by Conte now. Near side. This is Franke. Franke weaves his way past one defender, works another one, splits two, into the box, cross the box, opportunity, and it's knocked away by the defense out here to this near side. Throw in, you can bet Rockhurst is going to take their time on this. 3:35, but Rockhurst is going to make some substitutions. Checking in for them will be Gansner, Basin, and Coring, all checking back into the match. Throw in, and here comes Rockhurst again, looking to get the cross off. They'll go to the corner flag. This is Franke. They'll leave that one for John Burroughs. They'll be throwing deep in their own end. They'll launch along. May not win as long as they'd like to, but good play by Davis to get back and disrupt. Here comes Rockhurst again. Franke to the corner flag. He'll just want to hold it there. What footwork by him. Works his way to the touchline. Slots it across to the outside of his foot. Good defense by John Burroughs, but right back to Franke number 2. Now he's going to go to ground, and he's going to result in a free kick, and he's all fired up after that one. He knows now they're inside 3 minutes from booking their place in that championship match against Rockhurst, or against Jackson tomorrow, and Rockhurst. They will be going for their 8th crown overall. Gansner lofts this one to the far side. Good read that time by Deloge. He'd come well off his line to get that one, but made no mistake about it. Was very confident. And that one is up in the wind. Headed back in by Franke, to Franke. Do a little footwork now. Here's Ganser. He'll lay it off. Rockhurst, they just want to play some possession. See if they can't get it back to the corner again. Instead, they're going to loft this one long towards the box. Here's the goal scorer. He has the winner right now. Does Theodore Franke, the sophomore. He just laid it off. Gansner's wants to have an opportunity. Here's a shot to Loge right there. He was positioned nicely to get that one, and now he wants to quickly get it back up towards midfield. Lofts this one there. Headed away by Patrick Franke, and this one knocked out of play, and here comes John Burroughs now. Just a little over a minute left. Can they get one more opportunity? Can Rockhurst ice it away? Defense against offense in this one. That's all we've got, folks. And as long as Rockhurst can keep the ball out here to midfield, John Burroughs has no opportunities. They need to get it towards the box. That's exactly what they've done. Opportunity now for them as they try to build it back up, but the Rockhurst Hawklets come away with it. We're going to get a foul. We're going to get a whistle, and that will be a yellow card. That'll go to Desai. He's going to have to come off. He quickly does. Coming in for him, the number 18 shirt, Matthew Christensen. He's been on the bench for quite some time. He did get the start here in this one. This one long towards the corner, headed back in towards the middle. Goal here, and it's over. Karam's towards the 6-yard box with 40 seconds remaining. Rockhurst now will just go to the corner and try and hold it. Nifty footwork here, and this is a veteran move. They still have possession. They're going to go right back into the corner again. This one does go out of play. Throwing now for the Bombers. They got 25 seconds to get it to the other end of the field. Got to get it up there quickly. They do loft one, launch one, far side. That might do it, folks, right there. That one boomed out of play. Throwing now for the Bombers. 10 seconds remaining. Can they get a shot off? They're going to have to do it right now. That'll just about do it, folks. Rockhurst will go back to the championship match as they win this one 2-1. Each team gets a goal in the second half. Rockhurst went up 2-0 in this one. They got their first goal scored by the number 9 shirt. That was Simon Gansner, and he gets his first goal, he gets his goal, the first one here of this semifinal match. It's his 15th of the season to lead all scorers for Rockhurst. The second goal coming with 27:43 remaining in that second half. It was Theodore Franke. He gets that one on the assist from Gansner and Higbee. One goal back for John Burroughs with 18:09 remaining. That came off the boot of Andrews, and that's how we round things out here in this one. We want to give a shout out to Joe Hutzler, as he's been our producer all day long. He's going to be a little bit tired. He's ready to go get some rest, as is our cameraman who's been braving the elements, Adam Baker. So congratulations and thank you to both of those men for making it through the day, having to listen to me for some 8+ hours. But nonetheless, we hope you've enjoyed this entire day of soccer championship action. Be sure to join us tomorrow, 11, 1:30, 4 and 7 p.m. for 4 championship matches. We're going to bring you those right here. We've got a treat for you. Coach Terry Mickler on the air with us tomorrow. Until then, we're going to sign off here from the Worldwide Technology Soccer Park. You've been listening to Missouri State High School Soccer Action on the Misha.TV network.